Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. Let's get into some intriguing rumors and speculation that's been buzzing around the NFL, especially for us Commanders fans who are always looking for ways to improve our team and get that much closer to another Super Bowl appearance. Rumors are swirling that the Kansas City Chiefs might be open to trading one of their most disruptive interior defenders, Chris Jones, and if this happens, it could be a game changer for us. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out because the potential impact on Washington is huge, and it's definitely worth discussing. So the latest whispers, coming from reputable sources like Adam Schefter, suggest that the Chiefs might be willing to part ways with Chris Jones in a trade that involves a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fourth-round pick in 2027. This hypothetical trade, which might sound out of the blue, is actually rooted in the Chiefs' current situation. They're currently 5-5, and while they're still competing, there's a feeling that they might be looking to rebuild or at least retool their defensive line, especially since their interior is not as dominant as it has been in previous seasons. The Chiefs could be ceding some cap space, around $15 million, and looking to get some draft capital in return to bolster their future prospects. Meanwhile, the Commanders stand to gain a serious upgrade up front, especially in our interior defensive line. Chris Jones, a guy who's been a dominant force on the inside for Kansas City, could be an absolute game changer for us. Last season, despite some injury setbacks early 2025, Jones still managed to rack up impressive stats: 7 solo tackles, 8 assists, and 3 sacks in just 10 games. Those numbers might not blow everyone away at first glance, but when you look deeper, his pressure rate and PFF grade tell a different story. An overall PFF grade of 89. 5, a sack percentage of 25%, and a rush win rate of 25% show how disruptive he's been. Plus, his EPA per snap is 12, indicating that he consistently makes plays that matter, especially when it comes to pressuring the quarterback and stopping the run. This kind of interior disruptive presence is exactly what the Commanders need to take our defense to the next level. Our current defensive tackles, while decent, like our PFF-rated guy with an 80, still lack that game-changing pass rush capability that Jones can bring. And let's not forget, adding a player like Jones wouldn't just be about individual stats. It's about how much he elevates the whole unit. His presence alone forces offenses to game plan differently, opens up more opportunities for our linebackers and edge rushers, and makes life a nightmare for quarterbacks trying to find their targets. From a strategic point of view, acquiring Jones would be a major boost to our team's outlook for the upcoming season. Our projected number of sacks could jump by around 8, which is a significant increase. That's not just a small improvement, that's a game changer. Additionally, our run defense, which has been somewhat average this season, could see a boost of around 10%. That means fewer yards on the ground for our opponents, which is crucial when facing divisional rivals like the Eagles or Cowboys. The potential for interior domination is real, and it aligns perfectly with our goal of becoming a defense that strikes fear into opponents. Now, looking at the broader picture, the odds of us landing Jones are currently around plus 120,000, but if this deal goes through, that might tighten significantly to around plus 5,000. It shows how much of a difference a player like Jones could make in terms of playoff odds and overall team strength. The projections suggest that with Jones inside, our chances of making the playoffs could increase by around 12%. That's huge, especially for a team that's been knocking on the door but hasn't quite broken through yet. Thinking about the team's future, this move would cement the Commanders as a defensive powerhouse. Our front seven would be formidable, with Jones anchoring that interior line, creating chaos for offenses and freeing up our linebackers to make plays. It's about building a defense that's not just good but disruptive. Think about the impact it would have in close games, getting to the quarterback faster, forcing turnovers, and controlling the line of scrimmage. That's how playoff teams are built, and that's what we're aiming for. From Kansas City's perspective, though, it's a tough call. While they're giving up a top-tier talent, They're also seeding some cap space and draft capital that could help them rebuild or retool for the future. They might be looking at their current struggles, like the drop in points per game from around 18-1 to over 23, and thinking about how to fix their defense long-term. It's a strategic move, and if they're willing to part with Jones, it could be because they believe they can still contend without him, or they're prioritizing future flexibility. For us, the Commanders, this is a golden opportunity. We've been building a solid team, and adding a disruptive force like Chris Jones could be the piece that pushes us over the edge. Our defense already shows promise, but with Jones inside, we'd be talking about a top 5 unit in the league. That's the kind of boost that could turn a good team into a true contender. Our fans have been craving a defense that can dominate from the inside out, and this move could make that a reality. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFC East is a competitive division, no doubt about it. The Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants are all tough opponents, but if we can bolster our defense with a player like Jones, we're setting ourselves up to compete at the highest level. It's about controlling the line of scrimmage, dictating the pace of the game, and making life difficult for quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott. The potential for us to take a leap forward is real, and this trade rumor is a big part of that puzzle. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. We're still in the realm of speculation, but the signs point toward a possible blockbuster move that could reshape the NFC East landscape. If the Commanders manage to acquire Chris Jones, it would send shockwaves through the league and send a message that we're serious about contending. It's about building a defense that's relentless, disruptive, and capable of carrying us deep into the postseason. So fans, keep your eyes open. This offseason could be one of the most exciting in recent memory for the Commanders, especially if we get that interior disruptor we've been dreaming of. Imagine a front line with Jones, combined with our existing talent, creating a nightmare scenario for any offense. That's the kind of team we want to become, one that's feared in the NFC and beyond. The future is bright, and with moves like this, we're taking big steps toward reclaiming our spot among the NFL's elite. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Chris Jones would be the missing piece to our defense? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in our color, wreaking havoc on quarterbacks and dominating the interior line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. We love engaging with you, and it's always great to see how passionate our fan base is about making this team better. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and deeper insights into what's happening around the league and in our beloved Washington Commanders. So, stay tuned, keep rooting, and let's get ready for what's coming next. The future is bright, and the best is yet to come.